Hi, my name is Ricky Nystrom. I'm a real estate agent here at Keller Williams Realty. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you first and foremost for watching my listing presentation. I've found that while I'm on listing presentations, I really like to focus on you, your home, and what's most important to you, and focus less about me and what I do. By watching this listing presentation beforehand, it really allows me to focus on what's most important when I do get to meet you and view your home. So jumping right in, I want to take you through what I call the big three marketing strategies that every real estate agent is going to do. The first strategy, every real estate agent is going to put a sign in your yard. According to a survey from the National Association of Realtors, 9% of home buyers found the home they ultimately purchased based off the yard sign. And on any great marketing strategy, 9% is a great place to start. All real estate agents put your home on what's called the MLS, the Multiple Listing Service. This allows all agents in the area to view your home and send it to prospective buyers. What's important about this is we really get to use all the real estate agents. They get to start working for us in the sale of your home. And lastly, all real estate agents put your home on real estate websites. And our MLS does a great job on what's called listing syndication, and that's putting your home on Zillow, putting your home on Realtor.com, Homes.com. So all the consumers can see it who are going to those real estate related websites. So in total, those big three marketing strategies make up 86% of how home buyers found the home that they ultimately purchased. What I would like to focus on today is that missing 14%. I'm gonna take you back to high school economics real fast and show you a basic supply and demand chart. As you can see, the supply stays constant. I can't control the amount of homes for sale in your area, so that supply curve is going to stay constant. Where demand and supply intersect, that is where your home price is. That's the offer that you're going to get for your home. My job in marketing your home is to market to that missing 14%, and instead of having an 86% on the demand, drive it to a 100% on the demand. By raising the demand, you go further up that constant on the supply, thus increasing the offer for your home. So I want to begin to talk about the three marketing strategies that I use to capture that missing 14% of the potential home buyers. The first strategy I use to increase the demand is what's called increasing exposure. I'm marketing to people who haven't started looking for a new home yet. I'm marketing to people who maybe have just left the market. We're in a hot market right now, and buyers are getting frustrated that they're not finding that perfect home in their price range. Maybe your home is the perfect home in their price range. And I'm also marketing to people who know people who are looking to purchase a home. So this could be one of your neighbors who obviously already owns their home, but they know of somebody that is looking for real estate. And by marketing to them, they're going to be able to tell their friend, hey, a great home just hit the market in our neighborhood. You should really check it out. I would love for us to be neighbors. The next strategy I'm going to use to increase demand on your home is repetition, repetition, repetition. With this, we really want to beat the distraction. By what I mean by this is, I'll give you an example. So let's say somebody is driving past your house and they see the yard sign and they say, wow, that looks like a great home. I'm going to remember to look that up later. So they continue on their trip. Maybe they're picking up their daughter from school, and maybe the school is local in your neighborhood and it'd be a great location for them. They're on their way to pick up their child from school and maybe they get a phone call and it's a distraction. They've already forgotten about your house. Maybe they're late picking up their child from school and they're thinking about trying to rush and not run red lights to be late to pick up their child from school. So by cutting through that distraction, I'm really focusing on the consumer being familiar with the home. The more a consumer can see your home, the more familiar they become, and it really allows us to cut through all that clutter of the day-to-day life. And the next strategy I'm going to use is creating emotional connections. Big brands use this a lot to sell high-ticket items. They market to your emotions, and what we want to do is to make your home more memorable. We want to market to their emotions. I really think, obviously purchasing a home is a high-ticket item, and we want to explore that with them. We want to change this from a financial decision to an emotional decision, and that will really allow us to get the most money for your home. So now that I've shown you the 3 strategies that I'm going to use to increase the demand on your home, really going to dig deep into those strategies and how we're going to tap into that 14%. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I call supercharging your yard sign, and this really helps with increasing exposure. Next, I'm going to run a full non-real estate related website digital program. This not only increases the exposure of your home, but also starts to create that recognition through repetition. And lastly, I'm going to do local print marketing. And I'm going to share a study with you done by Temple University on how local print marketing and really print marketing as a whole creates that emotional connection with the consumer. And that really encompasses all 3. I also want to mention your dedicated property website. And I use Cloudflare and Amazon Web Services to create this, and they have a 100% uptime guarantee. What's great about this is when the consumer goes to your website, it's going to be up. It's never going to be down for maintenance. It's going to be a mobile responsive website. We all know how important cell phones are nowadays, and it's going to be optimized for that mobile website use. There's not going to be any third-party advertising to distract. So if you go on some of these larger real estate portals, they're going to have ads for contractors. They're going to have ads for home insurance. We're not going to sell any ad space on your dedicated property website. We're going to have no competing real estate listings shown on your dedicated website. It's going to be all about your property. We're always going to have accurate content and home details on your website. One of the issues with some of these big portals is that they pull their information from various sources. And by doing that, we sometimes get conflicting information. By having this website, we're going to ensure that the content is always accurate. We're not going to have any inaccurate value estimations on this website. What's great about this is it really helps us with the negotiations. If you've ever been on one of those websites that have the value estimations on it, if that value estimation was lower than our list price, the buyer tends to think that they're overpaying for the property, when really those websites are just taking a year's worth of data and collecting it instead of doing what we do and do a proper CMA. And lastly, it's going to tag visitors to allow for retargeting, and I'll get into more of that a little bit later. So the first thing I'm going to do to supercharge your yard sign is I'm going to add text capture to your yard sign. So 90% of Americans text at least once a day. 78% of people who text wish they could have a text conversation with a business. 70% of Americans prefer text over phone calls, and this one blew my mind, had to add it. On average, the average adult in the US spends 23 hours per week texting. We really want to take advantage of all that knowledge that we have, and we've added that text capture to your yard sign. Next, we're going to add home photos on the yard sign. We really want to make this yard sign about you and about your property. By using relevant images in our marketing, we found that we get a 42% higher response rate. We get 94% more views, and 84% of buyers who drive past that yard sign want to see interior photos anyways. So we're just going to cut it out and we're just going to have it on the yard sign already for them. So to recap and supercharging the yard sign, we're going to use the latest in text response technology. We're going to have interior photos to draw maximum attention, and we're going to have your dedicated property website on there to drive them to your website. You can see on here I put 2 exposure icons because really this is only marketing to people who are already driving past your yard sign. Our next strategy to increase demand on your home is a non-real estate related website digital marketing plan. So we spoke before about how 44% of consumers found their home on real estate related websites, how 33% of people found the home that they ultimately purchased through a real estate agent. And this non-real estate digital marketing program is going to target those consumers that we spoke about earlier, those who haven't started looking in the market yet, those who have maybe left the market, and those people who know people who are shopping for a home. How we're going to do this is what's called geo-targeting and retargeting. You can see on this ad, I included 5 examples of some of the digital ad proofs that will be featured on these non-real estate websites. So the first way we're going to do that is what's called geographic targeting. We're going to advertise your home on non-real estate websites to visitors within a 15-mile radius. We're going to reach every device that potential buyer is using, and that includes desktop, laptop, tablet, and mobile devices. The network that I use spans over 2 million websites and reaches over 90% of people who are currently on the internet. So your ads are going to be featured on websites such as Facebook, such as YouTube, such as Newsweek, Forbes, really all those non-real estate related websites where a potential person who can help sell your home, increase the demand for your home, might be visiting. I mentioned retargeting. So what is retargeting? So this is a highly effective marketing strategy that allows your ad to follow the consumer. Once the consumer went onto your ad, our website tags them, and when they close that browser and pull up a new browser and go onto a new website, it's going to have an ad of your home on that new website. You might have seen this if you're shopping for maybe a new pair of shoes on Amazon and you don't end up purchasing. You close Amazon, you go to another website, and when you know it, there's an ad for those shoes that you just saw. We're going to use that same technology and display an ad of your home on those other websites for them. We found that each view on your ad builds recognition and increases the interest of the prospective buyer. And the more interested they are, the goal is to get them to write an offer. So why do we use retargeting? Retargeting can boost ad response up to 400%. Retargeting builds recognition and increases recall through repetition. Retargeting keeps your home on interested buyers' mind even if they're busy or distracted, really focusing on cutting through that clutter that we have on our day-to-day lives. And recognition increases click-through rate by 1,000%. So with them seeing your home, we're going to get them to click on it. Our goal, on average, each visitor to your website is going to see an ad of your home on average 10 more times. And really what the goal is just to get them to click back on that ad so they recognize, so they're familiar. We're starting to create that emotional response with them, with your home. So that way, let's say their real estate agent hands them a stack of 20 new properties on the market in your area. The first one that they're going to go to is the one they recognize, and they're going to recognize your home, if I've done my job correctly. At the end of our campaign, you're going to get this nice little flyer that's going to have some stats on it for you. It's going to have things like how many times the digital ads were displayed. In this instance, 32,048 times the digital ad was displayed. It's going to show you how many different sites your ad was featured on, how many visits that ad was able to get clicked on. My next strategy, my last strategy, is the local print marketing. And this is that study with Temple University I referenced earlier. And it says that people view physical advertising longer than digital advertising. People remember physical advertising for a longer time and recall details more quickly and more confidently than digital advertising. And physical advertising produces a stronger emotional response, triggering activity in the brain that is responsible for value and desirability. This signals a greater intent to purchase, and that's really what we're after. So with the digital, with the local print marketing, we're going to have a couple different things for you here. First off, we're going to have these great 8.5 by 11 flyers featuring pictures of your home. These are designed to be left at your home, maybe on a coffee table, maybe on an end table near the entrance of your home. This is designed for open houses so people can take with them. These are designed for maybe existing showings, so maybe another real estate agent takes a buyer through your home. We want them to pick up one of these flyers. The goal with them picking up this flyer and taking it home is for them to put it on their coffee table, for them to hang it up on their refrigerator to continue to view your home. And I put 3 on the emotion because really it's going to have great professionally taken photographs of your home. I put a 3 on repetition because they're going to sit there and stare at it on their fridge. And I put a 1 icon on exposure because really this is only targeting people who are already coming through your home. Next up, we have our small marketing flyers. I'm going to leave some of these behind with you. I'm going to take some. These are designed for you to hand out to some of your friends. Maybe post on your corkboard in your office, maybe hang at a local coffee shop that you frequent. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to take these back to my office so over 70 agents in my office can view your home on this nice print marketing. I'm going to bring this to our broker tour where we have all the local real estate agents all in one room so that way they can view your home. I'm going to put it in maybe some of my favorite cafes, some of my favorite coffee shops, really with the goal of increasing exposure on your home. That's what these are designed for. Next up, we have postcards. I love these postcards. I have a large database already, and most likely I have people in my database who may be interested in your home. What I'm going to do when we list your home is I'm going to handwrite postcards. I'm going to handwrite on these postcards and market it to those potential clients, those potential buyers of your home. What's great about these, it's going to feature your home. It's going to be all handwritten. It's going to be, I'm going to have a physical stamp on there and really targeting the emotional and the repetition response. You know, not too many people receive handwritten letters in the mail anymore, so they're less likely to throw those away, and they're more likely to put that on their refrigerator. And really, once it gets on the refrigerator, that helps with the repetition. They're going to continue to see that. Next up, I have 2 different types of business cards for you. I have some that fold up in a little tent. These are perfect to leave behind. Again, at maybe open houses, instead of grabbing an 8.5 by 11 flyer, they can grab one of these tent business cards, as well as standard business cards. I'm going to leave some of both designs behind for you. I'm going to take some as well. And the goal for you is to keep them in your purse or wallet, because maybe the next time you're at the grocery store, you overhear the people in line behind you saying they're just starting to shop for a home. You can take out a business card, features professional photos of your home, and hand it to them and say, hey, our home is for sale. Maybe you'd be interested in it. I'm going to be using these business cards as my personal business card until I run out. Every new person that I meet, instead of handing them one of my business cards, I'm going to hand them a business card featuring your home on it. has my contact information on it, so they can still get a hold of me, but really we want to continue to increase that exposure and get your home in front of as many eyes as we can. We're going to have thank you cards. Again, I'm going to handwrite these thank you cards. I think these are so important nowadays. It's really, really important to express gratitude. And we want to thank everybody that comes through the open house. We want to thank everybody that has a showing, the real estate agents as well as their clients alike. I'm going to handwrite each of them thank you cards, send it in the mail, really help create that emotional and repetition response. Again, anything handwritten isn't going in the trash, it's going up on a fridge. Lastly, I'm going to have door hangers. I'm going to canvas your neighborhood, canvas your area with these door hangers. Again, we want to create exposure. We want every neighbor to know that your home is for sale. Even those neighbors who are not driving directly past your home. We want all of them to know your home is for sale, to really get them to work for us in increasing demand for your home. As you can see, here's the kind of total package of the print marketing that we design. And I'm going to take you back to that supply and demand curve. So as you can see with all of the materials that I've shown you today, my goal is really to increase the demand, and I'm using a lot of tools to do that. My goal is to get you from that 86% to as high to the 100% demand as we can. Getting you into that green area on the graph, raising the demand while the supply stays constant, gets you the most money for your home. Best case scenario, by me tapping into enough of that 14% for us to drive multiple offers. You see, when there's one offer on the table, a lot of power is in the hands of that one offer. When we get into a multiple offer situation, those buyers are really competing against one another, helping with our negotiations, helping increase the price of your home. And lastly, I just want to thank you for watching my presentation. Once again, I really think it's important for when we get to meet face-to-face, when I'm in your home, for me to really focus on you and your needs and your family's needs. I want to focus less about me and what I do. If we have an appointment already, I look forward to our scheduled appointment. If we don't have an appointment, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information's on the screen. I would love to set up an appointment, even if it's just previewing your home, if it's a listing appointment, etc. Just reach out to me anytime, and I look forward to meeting you.